lovely world. Today I brought you something fancy. This item. This item comes from my personal collection. It's not in the prop hire. So, yeah, what is this? This is a tobacco bag from the Arapaho tribe. And it's an original one, approximately 1890 to 1910, something around that. But this old item has to tell a lot of stories. Really a lot. That's really cool because it was not meant to be a tobacco bag. First of all, what is this made of? This is made of native tanned leather, brain tanned leather, and the beads are Italian beads, maybe 12-0 or so. The greasy yellow, a cornelian bead, so red white inside, for example, is used here. It's very classical, and the design is very classical Arapaho. First of all, tobacco bags, they are a little bit tinier than normal pipe bags. And I have here a production pipe bag. A pipe bag is holding a personal pipe from somebody. So this is a Catlin knit pipe. The pipe here is a little bit later. It's maybe from the 1980s, something around. But I normally store them on my wall, in these pipe bags because they're safer there. So yeah, you have the beadwork here, and then you have quilt strips, and then this. But this was not made. Maybe they're tobacco bags that are similar to the pipe bags, but this is an upcycled item. And it's funny because this little bag is telling so many stories. So yeah, first of all, this here, this is you see the more lighter color here, or inside. So it's colored yellow. And I made another video, I put a link in the description, how this yellow was put on the leather. So then what you see here also is a little bit difficult. Yeah, here. This here, these small strings are sinew, real animal sinew that was used in beadwork. It's very common at that time. Still very common. Because it's a thread that is more longer working than normal cotton thread. That's why they still use the animal sinew for beadwork. Yeah, then this design here, and this is why it's clearly telling, hey, I'm upcycled, I was reused. To reuse beadwork is quite common in Native America. There are many examples, and this is a clear example. In former times, this beadwork was not meant to be a tobacco bag, but it was a girl's legging. So this design here clearly tells this. It's from the Arapaho people, and this design is clearly just normally used for girls' leggings, but the design is not finished. Normally this design here is mirrored on this border and is here fully beaded. It's the same design on the upside to the downside, but it's unfinished. And maybe this little girl, when the mom started the legging, had grown out of it, and there were no family members anymore, small family members, to use these leggings. So they simply reworked them as a tobacco bag, maybe to sell, because this is made in the reservation era, in the reservation period, and around 1890 to 1910, and the people, it was a very poor time because the Native Americans could not leave the reservations in this time. They had to go to a lot of bureaucracy to leave their reservation, and this was really troublemaking to them because they had to earn some money. And so doing craft work was main income for many families during that time, during this period. And these items were sold to white people and to even to traders, where you could order native beadwork via catalog, like 101 Ranch, Pawnee Bill, and so on. And maybe it was used in this sense. It has not much use inside. So I think it's something like this. So people looked around, said, okay, I cannot use this item for my own family. So what can I do? Not to have to finish it. What can I do where I can sell it a little bit better? And a bag is always selling better than a pair of girls' leggings. So simply customer in mind. So this is, or maybe the family needed the money and said, okay, I can do it again, just finish it and sell it off, so I have some money to buy some bread. So this is what stories that are behind, that are very typical during that period. So then, yeah, what is a legging? Why is a legging used? And I have a picture here. It's from another tribe, but tells what it is. Here you see these leggings, and these were normally just they were with some songs around a little bit under the knee. They were fixed and then covered the part of the leg. This is one. Why was this made? Because the grass on the plains, it's Arapaho or Plains tribe, and the grass has very sharp edges, and so it's a way of protecting your legs, is one description. And on the other hand, let me tell it like this: when we normally stand under a shower and somebody comes in and you're naked, what would you do? A Native American lady would normally cover her legs. It's a way of their culture. And so normally in most of the tribes on the prairie and plains, the ladies always were covering their legs. You know, it was a thing. This is not just. It has nothing to do with fashion or whatever. Still in powwow times, there are some tribes on the prairie, and there are some tribes in the eastern woodlands, for example, that have not that regulation in their tribal communities. But for the plains, for most of the plains people, this is very important. So you have. So this is the design is a little bit different, but just to explain you, this is a design Lakota, Dakota, Northern Cheyenne, and this is, as I said, moccasins, and then this was used on the legs. So, yeah, and this is, as I said, an unfinished girl's legging, upcycled to a tobacco bag, maybe made for tourists. And it's a lot of story that this lovely bag is telling. And yeah, so I hope you learned something new today and it was a little bit interesting. Maybe you find some other videos here. Bye bye.